Hey everybody, it's Limor here with the Swirlydoos education team. Today I'm going to show you the mixed media add-on kit. And in the add-on kit you get 2 pan pastels. The colors are raw umber and chrome oxide green. Fabulous colors. If you don't know how to use pan pastels, stay tuned because I will be doing a couple tags with them. You get this fabulous tool. I love the pan pastel tools because they're made perfectly for them. So this one happens to be the oval, and so you'll get, I think it's the oval one, yeah it is. And then you'll get a couple of the Lindy's Starper sprays, which are my favorite. These are two-tone sprays. The shimmer, you can kind of see it on here, it's just fabulous. This one actually has pearls instead of the shimmer, so really cool colors to play with. I'm going to go ahead and put this with music, and I may stop and talk a little bit about the pan pastels. So I was going to put this in fast forward, but I actually decided that I'm not, or with music, but I actually decided that I'm not going to because I want to talk a little bit about the sprays as I go along. I'm going to start with the Cape Cod Coral. Remember, this has pearl, this has shimmer. And one of the things you'll notice is that Lindy Stampin' colors don't really muddy up. They're a different type of pigment. They're not like any other spray that there is out there. And so I'm going to start kind of heavy. This is a really light pink, so I'm starting pretty heavy, as I have a pretty dark color here. This is the green with MB green, and I'm going to kind of keep it concentrated in one area, but you'll notice it doesn't really muddy up. Okay, and as you can see, it kind of travels, and we kind of want that. We kind of want it to blend together. I'm going to go ahead and heat this up really quick. Now I want you to check out this tag. I mean, it's just stunning. And one of the things that you'll notice, if you actually take a look at that white, those white specks, that's the pearl. Whereas if you look in the top right here, you see the shimmer. And I know the camera doesn't focus all that well. There we go. And what's really cool is that they kind of start to blend together to create this amazing effect. And as you can see, the pink and that green really should have turned it brown, and it really didn't. So, and then everything that you see on the side here, that's the pearl kind of setting in, which gives it the most wonderful effect. This kind of reminds me of the Northern Lights. So a really simple tag background that you can create with the sprays. I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit of stamping and fast forward, and I'm going to show you the pan pastels next. we're done with the first tag, which turned out super easy to do with whatever you've got at home. Really fabulous techniques. These were the gelatos. You can go ahead and actually create a background simply using the pan pastels. We'll add maybe a little bit of pink in there as well on the bottom, but I'm going to start kind of with my darkest. And there's a couple ways to apply it. I usually, when I paint, I like to dab because I find that I get the most coverage out of my pan pastels. Some people like to blend them like so, but I find that you kind of lose a little bit of that pigment. So I like to dab at first, just to start off with, and I will blend in a little while. So I'm going to start off just like so, and then I just kind of go in and almost pounce over the top again, and I find that it just gets darker and darker as I go along. And then you can blend a bit just to get some of that dust off, but they're fairly they don't create a ton of dust compared to other pastels, which is really nice actually. So I'm going to go ahead and take this little booty right off, and I'm going to add my green one that I had used earlier. So definitely don't throw these out. You can just add them right on. And some of them are a little bit tougher to put. There we go. And I'm going to add that in, and once again I'm just going to start by pouncing. And these blend so beautifully, and you don't have to worry about them getting contaminated because you just kind of swipe it over the top and it comes right off. So no need to worry about contamination. And I am going to go ahead and just kind of blend those colors right in. So pretty, just like that. Right? They blend beautifully into each other. Just like that. There we go. And I'm going to be really brave, and I'm going to add some of that pink Cape Cod Coral spray right on the bottom. So I'm just going to smooth that out. I'm going to close these up and I'll spray. And I can just shake. Okay. And I'll just add that right in. And what I'm going to do actually is with my finger, I'm actually going to almost blend that in so that it has a little bit more of a seamless transition. And then I'm going to go ahead and give this a quick dry and come right back. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go in a little bit with my green that I have left over, and I'm just going to blend that right into the pink. Just avoid some of that line, and it just kind of seamlessly goes in, and I love that little dark spot right there. It just kind of gives it a little bit of that color variance. Just kind of blending, and I'm using my fingers because your finger is always the absolute best tool. And it's nice, you can actually go in and almost continue blending them together, right, so that it becomes even more seamless. So that's a really nice pretty background. I love the way that the Lindy Stamp Gang, when you heat set it and kind of point it directly, creates really cool effects. So now again, you just have a background that you can work with. So you can take a stencil, you can take a stamp, whatever you wish. I'm going to take this just for fun, and again I'm going to take, let's say, 2 different gelatos. And I'm going to talk about this one versus the other one that I sped up a little bit. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply, you can use acrylic paints if that's what you have at home. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to start with the orange. They're really gel-like, so I just go in, and my finger is actually quite dirty from the pan pastels. So I got to watch that finger. And then I'm actually going to go in with the yellow next. Needs a little bit of brightness, and it is blending with the green, remember, so it's going to be a little bit of a variation for sure. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with a fairly clean-ish finger, clean-ish, and I'm just going to blend those out. And I will lift. Look at that. You have a gorgeous, gorgeous background that you can kind of continue adding layers with. So I'm going to add a couple layers and in fast forward. So here are the finished tags. One of the things you'll notice is how easy it is to create with this extra kit. So definitely give it a go. I'm going to go ahead and put the link to the Swirlydoos YouTube channel for some awesome, amazing inspiration, as well as the link to their website. So go ahead and pick this kit up. It is like so worth your while. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you next month.